Okay, hey there guys, so this is the final war of the season, finally. This is against New Nation. So, as I said in the end of the last video, we had already locked up the war season because New Nation and JA had both had 2 losses, and we were undefeated, so we'd only get 1 loss even if we lost this war. So we kind of went in with like a little bit more lax of an attitude, less boosting, plans came out quicker, stuff like that, trying a couple new like strategies. Which here, normally my officer tells me not to knock down the Chavez, but because again, if I die, it doesn't really matter in this war, so I tried knocking her down, and it melted her a lot in that middle section of the fight right there. Also, because these fights are pretty simple. Sorry about not posting much, I've just been a little bit out of it, I guess, I don't know. I'll be trying to post more, because there's some ideas I have for some videos coming soon that I just need to actually start working on. I've just been really lazy this off-season and past season in general, I guess. I don't know. So, this fight, I was looking at it, and I was deciding if I wanted to use Torch, because it's a Mystic, so Torch. But I decided I was assigned Doom. Doom's, of course, just going to be, safer. Torch will be quicker, Torch will be more fun, maybe. But Doom's always going to be safer for basically any fight ever. He just has way too much health, he has so much armor, the crit resistance. So I'm trying to wait it out and see if he was going to get the unstoppable there. So that kind of gets me back in my corner because I wasn't doing a good job at doing a dex instead. I was just kind of backing away. So he ended up getting a lot of unstoppable there, and I can't throw an SP3 while he has any unstoppable because then he'll be stun immune. Kind of glad this tactic is gone. It honestly wasn't even that bad. It just was a little bit you have to be okay, time things out a little bit. Even that wasn't hard though. I feel like people thought Doom wasn't going to be too good because of the timing, but Doom, it was just really easy with Doom. So this fight, normally when I do this fight, I do get the Horseman. Sometimes I'll get the Odin. Usually I go with the invulnerability pre-fight, just that way I can bait SP1, so if he throws anything, if he gets unblockable, if he goes to SP3, whatever happens, I'm safe. But again, as I said, doesn't really matter if I die, but we still want to not go too low on the death or too high on the deaths. So I still had some boosts that I was going to use. So I used the Power Start 1 because I wanted to try and do the thing with the SP3. But right here I hesitated because I saw his power would push him to an SP3 because of those hits I did. But then I was like, well, I committed to this idea. I should really go for it, right? So I throw it. And you're gonna see it stops him from healing here. He's gonna stay at 40%. Typically, right, Nick, if you would go up to 100%, this is how that cheese looks. And you're supposed to throw it while he's at lower power, and while, I don't know, he has 5% health left, so your SP3 kills. Because, right, if you tap it right away, it just stops him. But I hesitated, letting him get to SP3. So it's a good thing that this was pretty much an off-season fight that I just had light boosts going for. It's shoot, but I need Archangel for another fight, so I guess I'll have to heal him up. I probably could have just been I'm not going to take that fight, does anyone else have an option, and then see if I have to heal up Archangel, but I kind of wanted to do the fight. I enjoy playing this game, so I want to do the fight. Odd, I know. So here, just finishing it off. Pretty simple finish there. Then I have this Null up here, and kind of similar to that Juggernaut, I had the same thought in my mind for a second of, do I want to use Archangel here? Because Null lowers the damage of Poison and Bleed individually, but he doesn't lower the damage of Neurotoxin, and because I had Horseman, of course, I would just spam the Neurotoxins onto him, and then I'd be pretty much healing the full fight from the Living Abyss debuffs that he puts on you. It's a pretty good source of healing if you play it right and you don't get clapped by his SP2 or his SP1 or something. Then you just get a lot. So I'm just trying to build up to my SP3. Unfortunately, he decides to actually throw his SP2, which I decided to not try to block or anything. But SP3 with Doom starts at 50%, ends at 30%, 20% gone. Throw a couple combos, not even having to worry about the Doom cycle, and fight's over. So this next part, again, I had to apply some light boost, but it's fine. I didn't really sweat it too much. I was like, okay, I'll put on a regen instead of a health boost. Now the regen boost is because he's going to start with his rock field active. So if you use your... With most champions you can get willpower against his armor breaks, but Doom obviously not. So I put on the regen boost. It just kind of offsets that a little bit, makes it a little bit safer. Nothing too crazy. So right, with Doom, the best thing I can do with... I don't really care to throw my SP1 because I can't power steal from him because I'm metal. The best thing I can do with my with my special 1 would be the fact that I could nullify his indestructibles for MD, or 2, when I throw my SP2, if it's within the aura activation, he won't gain any. And that SP2 pretty much finishes off the fight. So just 2 SP2s. And that's with really light boosts as well. So like heavy boost, that fight goes even quicker. And then a fight I've taken a ton. I kind of was considering stealing the next 2 fights. They weren't mine, but I definitely had champs that could do it. But I think when I was doing this part, it was like 11 or something, so I was just like, I'll just go to sleep. I'll just put I'll put war down. I'll do some arena. I'll go to bed or whatever. I don't know. I think I did this part pretty late at night. Actually, no, I must not have, because we always finish pretty early. Right there, I got parried. I've had that issue a couple times recently with Archangel. For a while, I could always chain my heavy into SP1 really consistently, even the SP2. But I've been getting blocked by it a couple times with the same timing, so I don't know if they changed something or if it's me. But I was having some very bad luck on this fight with like poison RNG, with bleed, poison, and bleed conversion RNG, so it took a while, but right as I got to that like second half of his HP, I had a bit better RNG. So right, I was thinking about stealing that Mangog with Doom, but I knew the guy that was taking it was on, so I'm like, I'm gonna steal it. I didn't, but he had the better champions. As I said, we weren't going our hardest. Even if we were going full on, of course, maybe because we put pressure on them, NEWN has a stress-related slip-up. But that would be a very hard war to beat, even if we were trying full on. So great job by NEWN. Obviously, we weren't going our absolute hardest. 14-1, not our best showing. But this is the top 3 for the season: New Nation, Jedi, Assassins, and GT40. I mean, I think that's a pretty solid top 3. There's been top 3s in the past where people like, how'd that alliance get there? That always happens. But this one, I feel like everyone kind of... I feel like all 3 of these alliances deserve to be there. We all played very well the whole season. So GG to everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll be seeing you guys again soon. Bye.